Hello, my name is Tremaine Kwashipi. I am a student at Western Carolina University, and this is my screencast presentation or logo presentation for Strictly Business Properties. I'm really excited to show you all this logo. This has been a great assignment, and I feel like this process has kind of strengthened my knowledge for my business. Please, if you have questions, definitely email me. I will make sure to include that on my blog. Through this presentation, we will discuss the name. We will look at other company logos, how and why it will be effective, the brand. You'll see Strictly Business Properties logo, and then developing an identity for this company. So what's in the name? It's a personal meaning to me. It was something that me and my buddy created in college. We've actually used the name for different projects that we have worked with. And I felt like when I started this rental properties company, I would utilize the name. So it is I guess certified by the state of North Carolina as a LLC. I feel like the value that it'll bring is it'll let customers know about what we provide. The tagline will be very important to have the tagline associated with the logo at all times. The purpose of the name is when you see the name and you think about Strictly Business Properties. Obviously, I want you to think about properties, but I want people to understand that there's no drama, no kind of headache. This will be a smooth transition into a property. And then even after you get into the property, you won't have any concerns. So here are some company logos in the area. Freeman Realty, and their tagline is "When results matter, look for the birdhouse on the sign." I actually have looked at this logo before, and I looked and saw that it is a birdhouse, and I see that the tagline is associated with it. It's not a rental company as far as like rental properties, but it is selling properties, and she is a real estate Miss Nancy Freeman, hence the name Freeman Realty. Next is a franchise, United Country Real Estate. You may see it in your area. And the franchisee here is Joe Murray Realty. And then Russell Property Management. I believe this company is out of Greenville. And I just found them from a Google search. The reason I'm showing you other company logos is to kind of get an idea for logos in this arena or this industry of housing. One thing that I found, Strictly Business Properties will be located in northeastern North Carolina, servicing exclusively Northampton County, Bertie, and Hertford County. And one thing I found is there is no rental companies that rent to even young professionals, just persons trying to get started. A lot of the rental companies that are even here, they have no web presence, no website, no Facebook, and it was really hard for me to find anyone here. The local one that I know of and I've utilized is Johnson Rentals, but they had no presence online, and that's something that I want to do with Strictly Business is create that web presence. So I did meet with a focus group, and I wanted to get some thoughts on what the logo should entail, how should it look, and the consensus was to make sure that it wasn't cluttered, to keep it simple, keep it clear, have a clear message, and keep it short. So I wanted to try to see could I do that. The first design I came up with was just Strictly Business Properties, just a nice font that we utilized. I did put, instead of using an S, I used a money sign to make people think about money. But I felt like this logo may be somewhat confusing, and it just has words. So the next logo that I looked at creating was looking at images on a Google search. I found one with a home. Seems like the home has solar panels, $100 bills under it, and then just word Strictly Business Properties across. This logo, it was a play on energy efficient, and you'll see that in the next slide with our tagline. And I wanted to see, what person's thoughts were on this one. Um, the next one is Strictly Business Properties, and this is what I call the orange logo. Has an orange home on it, black background, Strictly Business Properties, affordable, energy efficient, high quality. And that's going to be the tagline that we're going to utilize. We feel that this is a clear message. It tells people what these properties entail. They're going to be affordable, they're going to have energy efficiency, and it's going to be a high quality. And then it's the same, just changing the orange house to a white house. Now this is a white background with a black house and black lettering, Strictly Business Properties, affordable, energy efficient, high quality. So these were the post-visual thoughts from the focus group. Some felt like the orange house stood out. Others felt like it was a distraction. The white with black is simple and clear. They love the tagline, clearly conveys message. The house with the solar panels, they felt like the money made it kind of busy and cluttered, and they couldn't really get a clear message because if you remember, that house did not have the tagline on it. So how I'm looking to develop a brand or identity, I wanted to have something that would be self-explanatory. When you saw Strictly Business Properties with the tagline, you would understand what they are providing. It's the company name, Strictly Business, is providing properties. They're going to be affordable, energy efficient, high quality. We want something that's simple and effective. We're trying to create a brand around the industry that we feel doesn't exist currently. We understand that word of mouth is a big part of marketing in this area. However, when people are coming from other areas, it would be nice if they could find something via online, Facebook, Twitter, just other social media, and that currently doesn't exist. Strictly Business Properties would like to create competition. That's one reason we feel that this area is stuck in the 50s is because there is no competition. There's one place that does funerals. There's one place to get your hardware from. There may be one place to get your gas from. So we want to create competition within our arena of rental properties. And the identity will be a company determined by the types of products we produce. So we're looking to make sure that all of our properties, again, are affordable, energy efficient, and high quality. And that's what we're going to stand by. So the one that I really liked myself was the white background with black lettering. I felt like it stood out. It would be great on business cards because most business cards are already white, and then we have the black house, a simple logo. We did make the lettering a little bigger so that way you could see it clearly. It'll be great on demo sheets, which would be housing documents that have the demographics of the homes that we'll be renting, yard signs, t-shirts, anything that we can market the logo on. We feel that would be great for it. So with this and this logo, and what we're trying to do is we want to take the steps for people to understand that Strictly Business Properties provides affordable, energy efficient, and high quality. And I feel that people will have questions and they'll want to understand more about the company, and this is where other forms of marketing will be very useful. Please let me know if you have any questions or concerns. It's been my pleasure to talk to you about Strictly Business Properties. You'll hear more about it. Thank you.